משוך עבדך אל רצונך ירוץ עבדך כמו היד ישתחווה אל מולדתך ירב לו ידידותיך מן אופק צוף בכל טעם.
Yedid Nefesh, Shabbat, so beloved by our soul. A chance to connect to our Av HaRachaman, our compassionate Creator. A chance to breathe and revitalize with some introspection. A chance to stop running and just be for a day. In the mystical hills of Tzfat, the birthplace of Kabbalat Shabbat, the people would go out to the field to greet the Shabbat Queen. Kabbalat Shabbat is a reminder that for us to make the most of this majestic day, we must enthusiastically receive it. Yarutz Avdecha El Ritzonecha. We must run in our excitement to greet Shabbat. To fully experience the power of this day, we must take hold of it. And that starts with greeting Shabbat with joyous song. As the sun sets and Shabbat approaches, we have the chance to embrace this day, this special gift from the dawn of time. When we sing, we stir up the music in our soul and let go of the madness of the week we are finishing. Join me in singing to make this Shabbat and every Shabbat the slice of heaven it has the potential to be.
Wow, welcome everybody to Sunny Pinner. Great to have you with us for this Kabbalat Shabbat just before Shabbat begins here today. Parshat Nassau, wonderful to be together with everyone. As I said, Shabbat, we are so lucky to have Shabbat. Shabbat, I think, and the weather have kept me sane over the past couple of months. It looks like from next week it's just going to be Shabbat keeping me sane. But be that as it may, I hope everybody is ready to join us for this wonderful Kabbalat Shabbat. In a moment, we're going to start in the Green Chief Rabbi Siddur. It's on page 258. Feel free to sing along with me for all of the fun. Couple of thank yous before we start. If anybody did enjoy that video, so please give a like and get in touch with David, my brother, davidkurzafilm@gmail.com. Great up-and-coming filmmaker. So please do be in touch with him. And of course, a big thank you to Richard Berber from the United Synagogue for putting this all together, and to Barry Coleman, who's running all the technical details behind the scenes today as well. Big shout out to everyone who's joining live from Pinner and from across England and probably elsewhere as well. Great to have you with us. And two special shout outs. Number one, we have a special bar mitzvah this week, not in Pinner but in Edgware, where we used to be. Young man called Jake Kushner. So a big mazel tov to Jake. And next week we would have been having in Pinner the bar mitzvah of Jack Holmes. So a big mazel tov to him and his family as well. And hopefully we'll find a good time to celebrate all together with all of you. Okay, so that's enough for me. We're talking, and please turn to page 258. We're going to start off with a Pinner special. Not many places I've heard this tune, but we do it in Pinner, so please do join in and sing along. Lechon neraneno ladoino inorio netzur yisheinu nekadmo fonov besoido Bizmiros nori aloi Yel gadol Adonai Melech gadol Al-Kol Elohim Asher biyodoi Mechterei Yoretz V'soy Sorim loi Asher loi hayom Me'umosohu Vayabeshes yodom Yotzoru Vayunishtachavev Nikro Nivracha Lifnei Adonai Yoseinu Yehu Eloheinu V'anachnu Amarisa V'tzon Yodoi Hayoimim B'koilo Yishmo Al Takshu Le'avechem Im Rivo Yoim Maso B'amidor Asher Nisuni Avoseichem V'konuni Gam Rovoni Arba Im Shono Okutador Voy Maram Toye Levohem Lehem Lo Yodu Derachoi Asher Nishbati Miapi Im Yevayon El Menukasi Oy Siru Ladoinoi Siru Koda Siru Ladoinoi All the world, Siru Ladoinoi Baruch Shenoi Basru Miyoim Leyoim Yeshua Soi Zapru Magoyim Kevoi Doi B'Kol Noam B'Nifloi So Ki Gadol Adonai Yom Huno Meroi Nairahu Kol Elohim Mayai Kol Elohim Medinim Adonai Shamayim Oso Oy V'Hodor Lefono V'Siferet V'Migdosh Yomul Adonai Yishbechoi Samim Avu Adonai Kavod Boy Tavul Adonai Kavod Shemai So Mincha Uvayon Lechatzoi So Aish Kachavul Adonai Adas Koidesh Ilu Mitonav Kol Oretz Imru Vagoyim Adonai Molo Chafti Kontevel Baltimore Jodinamim B'Meishorim Yisnachu Hashomayim V'Sogim Haaretz Yiramayom Miloyoi Yaloi Sodai V'Chol Asher Boi Hayai Oziraminu Kolat Seyovar Nifnei Adonai Kivo Kivo L'shkoi Toret Ishkoi Tevel B'Tzedek Ve'amin Be'emunot Nine nine, 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 everyone singing along at home too. Please keep up the comments. Great to see the comments. I think this is a very odd experience for me. It's lovely to be joined by everyone in the comments, and maybe it's a good thing to institute in schools that in future, the cousins can sort of get placards. Maybe everyone can hold that placard to say a quick hello. When we all get back to school, please God, one day. But anyway, continue on page 260. Oyavei Adonai Sinura Shoimer Nafshois Tasido Miad Rishoim Yatzilei Or Zoru Ala Tzadi Uli Yisraelev Simcha Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai v'hoidu lezecher kodashai nismo boy shiru l'Adonai shir kodash inifloi sasai shiyalo yaminai Uzra Yakodisha Yadiana Yishuosai Nene Yagoyin Yilotitasai Zochar Chazai Memunosai Leneis Yisroel Ro'ucholase Yoret Eis Yeshuas Eloheinu Oriu L'Adonai Koloret It's called the running over Zambeiru, Zamrun, Lander, and the Chinor, because you were. Bachatoi, the coil, say, for a real play, I'm in the Papino, Iram, Hayom, Laya, they veil the Yosh, they go. The Orange in Hong Yachat Norim Yiraheinu L'nei Adonai Kibo Tishbei Torah Tishbei Torah B'tzedek Le'amin V'neisharim Anai na 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 Yananai Nai na 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 Yanai Na 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 Shari'aroi b'choyano U'Shemuel b'koyrei Shemoi Koyrim el Adonai V'hu yaneh Be'amudonon Yidaber aleichem Shomeru edo Yisov V'choik nosam Elomai Adonai Eloheinu Aton Yisom El noisei no Yisolohem V'noikei malami lo'isam V'ro'imemu Adonai Eloheinu V'ishtachavu Lehar Kodeshoi Ki Kodesh Adonai Eloheinu Rai B'yis Yisrael Letopit Avul Adonai V'leilim Avul Adonai V'avoidoi Zayai Avul Adonai Kevod Shemoish Nachavul Adonai V'abdas Kohidesh V'hoyel Adonai Alamoyim Me'il Makol Kohidim Adonai Almayim Rabim Oil Adonai Bakosha Ayai Oil Adonai Behodar Oil Adonai Shoyer Adonai Mishamir Adonai Esar Zayal Adonai Mayar Kidem Kemoyen Lemponoi Vasirioin Kemoi Venre'ein Mayai V'hoil Adonai Choytei Lahamesesh V'hoil Adonai Yochil Adonai Nidbar Kodesh V'hoil Adonai Choytei Lahamesesh Vayechesoi Yehorai Suvei Cholamoi Kuloi Yomer Kovot Ayai Adonai Lama B'yosov Yishem Adonai Melech Le'olam Adonai Le'amo Yitein Adonai Yivorech Damboy Basvalon Nai, 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 nai. Yam nai, 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 nai. Yam nai, 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 nai. And nai, 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 nai. In a few moments, we are going to start special. But before we do that, we have got a very, very special treat. We are joined by the one and only resident Adam, which everyone has been looking forward to. So please, in your own living room, do give her a big, big cheer and a big thumbs up.
Yay! Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here with you from, as you said, from the beautiful suburb of Pinner. And we absolutely love it here. And it's a wonderful, wonderful community. And we're thrilled to be here. I just wanted to share a few words. And I'm going to start by talking a little bit about a news that has come out of America, but not the difficult news. At the moment, but I did see a little ray of light in the news that came out of America this week. And that was this incredible dedication of a principal of a middle school in America called Yeshivat Noam in Paramus, New Jersey. And he had a class of 85 students who were all expecting to graduate this summer. And of course, unfortunately, there was going to be no graduation for them. And instead of just accepting things as they were, he hired a carnival float, he decked it out in the colours of the school, and he put a podium and a music system, and he went round from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the evening to every single child's house who was going to graduate. And he delivered the same graduation speech, and he gave the same prize, and played the same music for every single child. And each child who perhaps in more normal circumstances would have been one in a crowd, got to go up to the podium and give his speech or her speech in front of their family and possibly a few random people on the road. And I think it probably was a very treasured and unique and special moment for each child. And it reminded me of a section of this week's parsha in Parshat Naso, where we see a list of gifts that were given by the Shvatim, by the tribe, by the princes of each tribe, for the dedication of the altar, the Mizbeach. If you look in Bamidbar chapter 7, verses 12 to 83, there are a total of 71 verses, which is a very, very long amount, detailing each gift that the prince would give to the Mizbeach. And it's very, very strange. If you read it, you'll notice it's very strange, and it's doubly strange because the Torah usually doesn't waste a single word. It's so specific and so carefully, every single word is placed where it should be. So what we see here is huge repetition. You have Nachshon ben Aminadab, the prince from the tribe of Yehuda. He brings a ram, a bull, incense as his gift. Then you have a few psukim later, Nesanel ben Su'ar, the prince from the tribe of Yisachar, who brings a bull, a ram, some incense. And exactly the same. It's almost as if you have a party. Remember those days where we actually had parties? And each guest shows up at the door with exactly the same present, one after another. So after the first one, you might laugh. After the second one, okay, this is really funny. But after like number 3, number 4, number 5, this is really confusing and really strange. Like, what are you going to do with all these crock pots or all these jewelry boxes? And on the phone later that evening, when thinking about the events of the day, you might say to somebody, I had a party, and you'll never guess what happened. All 15 guests showed up and they bought me an identical gift. So here's my question. Why didn't God say that? Why didn't God say that all the princes of all the tribes of Israel bought the same gift instead of detailing what each one bought? And the same question is, why was it the same gift at the same time? You know, it's also similar to how we think about the words when we daven. We're all saying the same words. Take, for example, something I'm sure we're all familiar with. The end of Yom Kippur, when you come to Ne'ilah, the last few words that you say, everybody says it at the same time. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. We're all saying exactly the same thing. Maybe that's a bit repetitive for Hashem. Like maybe we could all just say, look, we're all saying the same thing. However, it's this repetition that actually highlights an important concept. Because although we may all say the same words, or in the cases of the princes, actually deliver the same gift, each of our acts are unique and distinct because they are molded by our unique and specific individual personalities. Although externally it may appear the same, internally nothing is the same. So if I pick out a gift for you, it may be because we went window shopping and you remarked that you liked that thing. But somebody else might pick up the same gift because they think the colors are vibrant and you might enjoy them. Nothing is the same. In Hebrew, this is called our kavanah, our intention, the thoughts and the feelings that we put behind what we do and what we say. For those who are parents among us and have multiple children going through the same education, we know that year after year, each child brings home the same artwork on the same theme, and yet we don't say to them, oh, I'm really sorry, your brother made this last year, we're not putting it on the fridge. No, because we recognize that as each child is unique, so is their artwork. So this week, more than others, I have been thinking about this a lot. The message that every person is valued has been highlighted through the awful murder of George Floyd and the renewed investigation into Madeleine McCann. In Bereshit, it says, Na'aseh Adam v'Tzalmenu, we are all made in God's image. And that applies no matter your race, gender, religion, or skin color. It means that every single life is sacred. Our sages teach that anyone who takes a single life, it is as though he has destroyed the entire world. And anyone who saves a single life, it is as though he has saved the entire world. Every life is worth an entire world. I have no doubt that this message was felt loud and clear by the graduating class of Yeshivat Noam, as even though it was repetitive, they were each made to feel valued and special on their day. So as we enter Shabbat, let's take this a step further and take time this week to value each other and ourselves for our individuality and uniqueness. Let's take upon ourselves to show an even greater respect for those around us, whether we know them or whether we don't. And let us consider our thoughts and our feelings that go into our prayer and our Jewish practices. Because when we feel secure in the knowledge that we and all others have intrinsic and unconditional value as a human being, then we can truly achieve and shine. Good Shabbos, everybody. I'm going to hand you back now to our wonderful cousin.
Wow, wow, what a treat. Thank you so much, Reverend Abby. If that was not worth coming for, I don't know what was. That was definitely worth suffering through my singing for. Now we're going to start the Chazoni on page 266. Again, feel free to join along with me. Ha-da-da-da, na-na-na-na. Ya-da-na-na, na-na-na-na, 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 ay, 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 lechodoidi likraskalo. Oy pnei Shabbos nekabelo. Lechodoidi likraskalo, likraskalo. Pnei Shabbos nekabelo. Ay shomer gadol b'diburechot ishmiyanu el hamyuchot Adonai echad u'shemo echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferes v'nisilo Nanai, nai, nai, lechodoidi, likraskalo. B'nei Shabbos nekablo. Lechodoidi, na-na-na-na-nai, likraskalo. B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Oy likras Shabbos lechu b'nei uchot. Im kol ha'berachot me'roshti kadem nesucho Nesuchosayt ma'aseh b'machshavot techila Nanai, nai, nai, lechodoidi likraskalo B'nei Shabbos nekablo Lechodoidi na-na-na-na-na likraskalo B'nei Shabbos nekabelo Mikdash melech ir melucha Mitzay Avecha Rav Lov Sheves Na-na-na-na-na B'yei mekabot Hu yachamoy lo la'yifem lo Na-nai, nai, nai Lechodoidi likraskalo B'nei Shabbos nekablo Lechodoidi na-na-na-na likraskalo B'nei Shabbos nekablo Ay, is not Liv shtivi sevarami Alya b'nizai V'salach mikol nafsi ge'ala. Everyone join us, Father, Ene Shabbat Kabbalat. Elech Hadaidi, na 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 na, Elech Kabbalat. Ene Shabbat Kabbalat. I his Kiva oire kumi oire Yuri Shirda Beiri Kiva oire Nayola Yisnigra Nai Father Ene Shabbat Kabbalat. Na 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 Ene Kabbalat. Ene Shabbat Kabbalat. Let's go a little bit faster now, everybody. Love, we say, body, shape, and love, we go, me. Happy, happy, oh my baby. God, there's so happy, yummy. When in the store, Iraqi love, wine and night, father, nine and night, Rascala, nine and night, Penny Shabbat, nine and night, Kabbalah, the Holy Jesus. The Rachako Gamaraye, Yas Salaye, and the Goye, Sasana, I'm in my father, I'm in my Rascalo, I can I'm in my Gabella. The army knows like they bright yes, I don't know that. Anya did and parted, and it's not the last time that I father. 99 Rascalo, 99 Penny Shabbat, 99 Gabella, 99 I'm Rascala, I'm Shabbat, 99 Wow, what a great time. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Anyone in Pino wants to join us for Havdalah tomorrow night, please do so, 10:45. Otherwise, I wish a great Shabbat Shalom to everybody who has joined us. And we'll see you again next week. Let everyone say goodbye. Bye. All right, join me next week. See you guys.